Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
So Hare Krishna everybody, welcome to our Sunday program. We will now honor Srila Prabhupada by doing his arti. It will be sung by Guru Vani, and her father will be doing the actual offering to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Family puja.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj.
Jaya Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Satma.
Bandhu Mohi Savadana Mate.
Moye Sabatana Mate.
Bandhu Mohi Savadana Mate.
sabata namate.
Yahara Prasad Bhai He Baba Turiya Jai
Guru Raj Prasade Pai Eva Bhaktoriya Kya
Krishna Prapti Hoya Hoite
Krishna Bhakti Hoi Jai Hoi Te
Krishna Prapti Hoya Hoite
Krishna Bhakti Hoi Jai Hoi Te
Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Jitit Koriya Kya
Guru Mukha Padma Kya Te 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 Turiyo Akya
Arana Kori Ho Mane Asha
Kuharaj Prasayo Mane Asha
Arana Kori Ho Mane Asha
Kahana Koriyo Mane Asha
Shri Guru Charane Rati Es Utama Gati
Jai Guru Charanaye Rati Jai Seyutama Tati
Ye Prasad Pure Sarvasha
Jai Prasade Pure Sarva Asha
Ye Prasad Pure Sarvasha
Ye Prasade Pure Sarva Asha
चक्षुदाना दिलो ये जन्मे जमने प्रभु से
चक्षुदान तिलो ये जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु साई
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो
कशीतो
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो
कशीतो
प्रेम भक्ति होते अविद्या विनाशयते
प्रेम भक्तिया होइते अविना विनाशयते
विधिगाय हरचरितो
हर चरिको
विधिगाय हरचरितो
हर चरितो
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आत्मा जनर बंधु
लोकनाथ लोके राजवाना
लोकेनाथ लोकेनाथ जीवाना
लोकनाथ लोके राजवाना
लोकेनाथ लोकेनाथ जीवाना
हा हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पादशाया
हा प्रभु कोरा तोया ये मोरे पादा जया
हा हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पादशाया Tui Padalela Sharana
Noi Patalaya Sharana
Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana
Shilpupat Patite Pavana
Srila Gurudev Patita Pavana
Gurudev Patite Pavana
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Gurudev Jaya Gurudev Jaya Gurudev Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Gurudev Jaya Gurudev Jaya Gurudev Jaya Gurudev
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Nitai Gaur
Hari Bol
Nitai Gaur
Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Gora Premananda Hari Bol Jayam Vishnupad Paramamsa Pari Rajakacharya Stotra Sat Sri Shrimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Iskcon Coventry Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Sri Sri Sachinandantai Chan Ki Jai Sri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ki Jai Gora Premananda Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Thank you, Hare Krishna. So, what what's that? What's playing? Oh yeah, that mute the TV, please. Thank you. Okay, thanks. So now we used to have Prabhupada video. Do we still do that, or is just go straight into Kirtan? No, okay, leave it, leave it. If not done, leave it. Okay, because now Kirtanias are here. We can do some Kirtan. Who's what are the, oh, Hari, okay, okay. So because can you have flow mics, please, for the singers?
Haribol. So I'm singing a bhajan of Nityananda Prabhuji. It's a Bengali bhajan. It's called Nodia Kotruve Nityananda Maharaj. Nodia নাম হত জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হত জীবের কারণ শ্রদ্ধাবান জন হে শ্রদ্ধাবান জন শ্রদ্ধাবান জন হে শ্রদ্ধাবান জন পাতিয়াছে নাম হত জীবের কারণ পাতিয়াছে নাম হত জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হত জীবের কারণ গুরু আকাই ভাই মাগিয়ে ভিক্ষা গুরু আকাই ভাই মাগিয়ে ভিক্ষা বলো কৃষ্ণ ভজ কৃষ্ণ কর কৃষ্ণ শিক্ষা বলো কৃষ্ণ ভজ কৃষ্ণ কর কৃষ্ণ শিক্ষা নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হত জীবের কারণ অপরাধ শূন্য হয়ে লহ কৃষ্ণ নাম অপরাধ শূন্য হয়ে লহ কৃষ্ণ নাম কৃষ্ণ মাতা কৃষ্ণ পিতা কৃষ্ণ ধন প্রাণ কৃষ্ণ মাতা কৃষ্ণ পিতা কৃষ্ণ ধন প্রাণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হত জীবের কারণ কৃষ্ণের সংসার করো ছাড়িও না চাল কৃষ্ণের সংসার করো ছাড়িও না চাল জীবে দয়া কৃষ্ণ নাম সর্বধর্ম সার জীবে দয়া কৃষ্ণ নাম সর্বধর্ম সার নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হত জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হত জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হত জীবের কারণ হরি বল। Nadia is Nadia. আছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ শ্রদ্ধাবান জন হে শ্রদ্ধাবান জন শ্রদ্ধাবান জন হে শ্রদ্ধাবান জন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ প্রভুর আজ্ঞায় ভাই মাগিয়ে ভিক্ষা প্রভু আজ্ঞায় ভাই মাগিয়ে ভিক্ষা প্রভুর আজ্ঞায় ভাই মাগিয়ে ভিক্ষা প্রভু আজ্ঞায় ভাই মাগিয়ে ভিক্ষা বল কৃষ্ণ ভজ কৃষ্ণ করো কৃষ্ণ শিক্ষা বলো কৃষ্ণ ভজ কৃষ্ণ করো কৃষ্ণ শিক্ষা নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ অপরাধ শূন্য হয়ে লহ কৃষ্ণ নাম অপরাধ শূন্য হয়ে লহ কৃষ্ণ নাম অপরাধ
Can somebody move the words up?
লহ কৃষ্ণ নাম অপরাধ শূন্য হয়ে লহ কৃষ্ণ নাম কৃষ্ণ মাতা কৃষ্ণ পিতা কৃষ্ণ ধন প্রাণ কৃষ্ণ মাতা কৃষ্ণ পিতা কৃষ্ণ ধন প্রাণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ কৃষ্ণের সংসার করো ছাড়িও না চার 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 জীবে দয়া কৃষ্ণ নাম সর্বধর্ম সার জীবে দয়া কৃষ্ণ নাম সর্বধর্ম সার নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ নদিয়া গোত্রমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজন পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ পাতিয়াছে নাম হট জীবের কারণ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে In the land of Nadia, on the island of Godruma, the magnanimous Lord Nityananda has opened up the marketplace of the holy name, meant for the deliverance of all fallen souls. O people of faith, O people of faith, by the order of Lord Gauranga, O brothers, I beg these three requests to you. Chant Krishna, worship Krishna, and teach others about Krishna. Be careful to remain free of offenses. Like giving up all the sinful activities, carry on your worldly duties only in relation to Lord Krishna. The showing of compassion to other souls by loudly chanting the holy name of Krishna is the essence of all forms of religion.
Yeah, thank you very much. Big round of applause.
Very well. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So this is a bhajan glorifying Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and it's describing how he's dancing in Vrindavan and all the leelas that are going on while he's dancing in Vrindavan. So it's beautiful bhajan. It says, Dule Dule Gaura Chand Hari Gunagai. Yeah, that's isn't it?
Sorry. Is it on KK songs?
So the translation is, the moon-like Lord Gaurachandra arrives in Vrindavan while dancing, carrying to and fro and
He's got it on
singing
his
the
screen.
glories of Lord Hari. The creepers adorning the trees of Vrindavan are overwhelmed with ecstatic love, and they are speaking about the glories of Lord Hari.
And what? Technology is meant to make things easier. It does not.
The creepers adorning the trees of Vrindavan are overwhelmed with ecstatic love, and they are speaking about the glories of Lord Hari. Flocks of birds who live in the groves are singing the name of Lord Hari. Lord Gaura says, Hari, Hari. A female parrot responds, Hari, Hari. And then all male and female parrots start singing a loud chorus of the name of Hari. Becoming intoxicated by the name, the deer come forward from out of the forest. The peacocks and peahens are dancing and frolicking in ecstatic love. Lord Hari is in his heart. Lord Hari is in his meditation, and he always chants the name of Hari with his voice. Gaurachand is intoxicated by ecstatic mellows and rolls around on the ground while singing Harinam. Arriving on the bank of the Yamuna River, he dances wildly, chanting Hari Hari. Mother Yamuna becomes so ecstatic that she arises and comes forward to wash Lord Gauranga's feet. Jai. Hari Bol. Session Dai Chand ki. So everybody please follow. Dhule dhule Gaura Chand, Hari Gun gaye. Dhule dhule Gaura Chand, Hari Gun gaye. Asiya Vrindavane, Asiya Vrindavane, Nache Gaura Rai, Nache Gaura Rai. Dhule dhule Gaura Chand, Hari Gun gaye. Dhule dhule Gaura Chand, Hari Gun gaye. Run above him. Vrindavan taru lata, preme koi hari katha. Vrindavan taru lata, preme koi hari katha. Nikunjere pakhe guli, Hari Naam sunay, Hari Naam. Dhule dhule Gaura Chand, Hari Gun gaye. Gaur bole Hari Hari, Sari bole Hari Hari. Gaura bole Hari Hari, Sari bole Hari Hari. Mukhe mukhe sukha sari, Mukhe mukhe sukha sari. Hari Naam gaye, Hari Naam. चांद हरि गुण गाए झूले 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 गौरा चांद हरि गुण गाए हरि नाम माता होए हरि नाया सीचे दे हरि नाम माता होए हरि नाया सीचे दे मयूर मयूरी प्रेमे मयूर मयूरी प्रेमे नाचे खिलाए नाचे धूले धूले गौरा चांद हरि गुण गाए धूले धूले गौरा चांद हरि गुण गाए धूले धूले गौरा चांद हरि गुण गाए धूले धूले गौरा हरि गुण गाए प्राणे हरि ध्याने हरि हरि बोरी प्राणे हरि ध्याने हरि हरि बोलो बदन भोरी प्राणे हरि ध्याने हरि हरि बोलो बदन भोरी हरि नाम गए गए हरि नाम गए गए हरि नाम गए गए रासे गाले जाए रासे गाले जाए दूले दूले गौरा चांद हरि गुण गाए दूले दूले गौरा धूले धूले गौरा चांद हरि गुण गाए धूले धूले असिया जमुनार कुले नाचे हरि हरि बोले असिया जमुनार कुले असिया जमुनार कुले नाचे हरि हरि बोले आसिया जमुनार कुले नाचे हरि हरि बोले जमुना युथुलो ऐसे जमुना युथुलो ऐसे जमुना युथुलो ऐसे जमुना उथुलो ऐसे हा जमुना युथुलो ऐसे जमुना युथुलो ऐसे चरण धोया चरण धोया धूले धूले गौरा चान हरि गुण गाए धूले 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 गौरा चान हरि गुण गाए धूले आसिया वृंदावने आसिया ओ आसिया वृंदावने आसिया नाचे गौरा राय नाचे गौरा राय दूले दूले गौरा चान हरि गुण गाए दूले 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 गौरा चान हरि गुण गाए हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Gaur
Gaura, Gaura Hari, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare.
Oh, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare.
Bolo Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare.
Oh, Nityananda Ram, Jayo Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jayo Nityananda Ram.
Nityananda Ram, Jai Nityananda Ram,
Oh, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jayo Nityananda Ram.
Nityananda Ram, Jai Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jai Nityananda Ram.
Oh, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari.
Gaura,
Jambe Lok, Jambe, Jambe.
Gaura Hare.
Oh, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura.
Oh, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare.
Oh, Nitai, 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 Gaurango, Nitai, 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 Gaurango.
Tani, 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 Gauranga, tani, 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 Gauranga.
Oh, Nitai, 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 Gaurango, Nitai, 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 Gaurango.
Tani, 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 Gauranga, tani, 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 Gauranga.
Oh, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare.
Oh, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare.
Oh, Jayo Sachinandana Gaura Hare, Jayo Sachinandana Gaura Hare.
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura, Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare.
Oh, Jayo Nita Chan, Jayo Nita Chan, Jayo Nita Chan, Jayo Nita Chan. Oh, Jayo Nita Chan, Jayo Nita Chan, Jayo Nita Chan, Jayo Nita Chan.
Jayonita Chan, Jayonita Chan, Jayonita Chan.
Oh, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare. Oh, Bolo Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare. Oh, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare. Oh, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare. Oh, Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Oh, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Oh, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Oh, Jagannath, 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 Jagannath. Jagannath, Jagannath, Jagannath. Oh, Jagannath, 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 Jagannath. Jagannath, 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 Jagannath. Oh, Baladev, Subhadra, Baladev, Subhadra. Baladev, Subhadra, Baladev, Subhadra. Oh, Baladev, Subhadra, Baladev, Subhadra. Baladev, Subhadra, Baladev, Subhadra. Oh, Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Oh, Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Oh, Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev,
Nitai Gaura Haribol.
Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol.
Hey, Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol.
Haribol, 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 Haribol.
Haribol, 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 Haribol.
Haribol, 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 Haribol.
Haribol, 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 Haribol.
Gaura Premanande.
These are the old times when we used to. Well, you got up first. I mean, Vinod got up, then everybody else did. And the Rolling Stones. And the Rolling Stones. Big round of applause for Rolling Stones. Okay, so are you enjoying yourself? You're enjoying yourself? Raise your hand. So what's happening on Friday? So we are having, it's on the same day as it's happening in Jagannath Puri. So you will be blessed to be here in Coventry. We're doing it in the evening and it'll be at 5:30. So from the back, we'll take the chariot out and we'll just keep on in the park area. Go all the way to the road over there and then come back. And so don't have to worry about the traffic or anything like that. So please bring your friends and everyone. And also, Raymond just asked me if you're vegetarian, don't put any onion, garlic, chicken, offering, right? And bring it because in India as well, they stop at something called Raymond, what was that? Stop at no, on the boat, you said something like that. Anyway, something about the and they did that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time. Everybody would bring offering for them. All the ways, just outside the gate, they also come back. We offer now there and we tire walk. So we can really puja or something like that. So let's add to it and on the same day as what's happening during that period, you don't know how wonderful that moment is. Because the Panda is telling me why the Iskcon has the yatras all here. There must be just one. The yatra is also at that time. So please try to come and get that and check out the Iskcon. And maybe a couple of minutes around the balloon.
People are cooking from home, yeah?
So then we take Jagannath Deepa and plus it's and then Balaram Deep and Subhadra and then we from here. So we take them, receive them on the chariot and what is the celebration we do? Then we put it in the dancing, singing all that, and we come back. And the children are preparing the drama, big round of applause for the children. So we will see drama about how Jagannath was and we've done a song as well, so that we pull the chariot.
Good idea. Good idea. People can cook from home. Yeah. They can cook from home.
Yeah, you can cook from home, but don't cook early in the morning and then bring to the evening. It's a hard day. So folks say about 4 o'clock. So I'll give you the
Jai Ram Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Radha Madhava
जयो गोपीजनवल्लभा जयो गिरिवर धारी जयो गिरिवर धारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यमुना तीरावनचारी
तीरावनचारी
यमुना तीरावनचारी
यमुनतीरावनचारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी
राधा माधव कुञ्ज विहारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी
राधा माधव कुञ्ज विहारी
जय गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Jaya Sachidandan Gaura Hari, Vishnu Priya Pranadhan Nadiya Vihari.
Jayo Satinandana Gaura Hare, Vishnu Priya Pranadhan Nandaya Vihari.
Jaya Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Shri Radhe.
Jaya Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Shri Radhe.
Jaya Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Shri Radhe.
Jaya Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Shri Radhe.
Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam.
जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय. Hare Krishna. So we'll begin, but just before beginning, I would like to pray to Guru Srila Prabhupada. Jagannath Baldev, Jagannath Bhagan Baldev, Krishna Ji, Radha Madhav. If I'm not louder, then probably we'll have to put the volume on. Hare Krishna. So just before we begin, I would like to pray to Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, Jai Shri Shri Sachinanda Chan, Jagannath Bhagwan Baldev, Subhadramai Sudarshan Ji, Radha Madhav, Radha Raman Ji, Maniva Ji, Madhusudan ji, Giriraj Govardhan ji, Pansatka, Gurukram, and Nasimdev, to and all of you present here to please bless me. By no chance I'm qualified to actually speak on Lord Jagannath Bhagwan, but just because of your mercy and your blessings, I might be able to say something which might make relevance by your mercy. Otherwise, I don't stand a chance. So, thank you. So just we'll begin. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agyan Timrandas. You can say with me. So, Om Agyan Timrandasya Gyanandana Shalakya Chakshurunmanitam Mena Tasme Shri Gurve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swam Rupa Kadhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Aham Shri Guru Shri Yutapatakamlam Shri Guru Vaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Ragnatam Nitam Kim Sajivam Tadavaitam Savadutam Parijana Setam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Saganalka Shri Vishaka Vitamancha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Shriam Prakalpa Tarubesha Kripa Sindhu Vevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivachari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Jai Jai Mukam Karoti So I was just thinking that Jagannath Bhagwan is an ant basically, and it's very difficult to have a still point of beginning for Jagannath Bhagwan and then conclude the pastime on Jagannath Bhagwan because it's ever happening, ever. So we will actually try. I will try to give a sequence to actually glorify whom we are talking about. Um, there was, and recently we were reading Garga Samhita. So Garga Muni is Trikal-darshi. He knows past, present, and future. So he would know what is happening, what has happened, what is going to happen in most of our lives. If not our lives, then at least Lord's life. Lord, who is doing pastime, so he will know what is happening. And every time we discuss Lord Jagannath's pastime, so pastime is still happening. We are not able to see him because of our own shortcomings, but uh, the blessed devotees would take darshan of the pastimes every day and the part of the Leela as well. So in one sense, we are part of the Leela. So I think every one of us is blessed. So while reading Garg Samhita, we noticed that there was once unrest on planet Earth. And then everyone, all the demigods, because the gods are one who are surrendered to the Supreme Lord Krishna. And the demons, even they know everything, they will know every other, I mean, like how many days will it happen that we know that if we do some kind of activity, we'll get into trouble. If we overspeed, we'll get into trouble. We'll get tickets. But we know that we have to do it. We don't regard that, so we'll do it. So demons similarly will know what is rules and regulation, but they will still do it. But on the other hand, devtas are the one, if there is some unrest, they will try to approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead to seek help. So there's a, so once there is unrest, so they actually in a Varaha day of Brahma. So I'll try to keep it simple. So Varaha day of Brahma, they went to Lord Brahma and said that there is an unrest. So Brahma said that, okay, we'll go to Shivji, and then all decided that we'll go to Lord Vishnu to take help. So they went to Swetadeep and remembered Lord Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu said that, okay, the only person who can actually deliver you is Lord Krishna. So we'll all go together. So they went together and they reached doors of doors of, they crossed material sky, and when they came out of material sky, they saw that just like this universe, there are millions and billions of universes just bobbling around in the Mahatattva. They're bobbling around, they're coming and then they're disappearing like that. So they went through, and then when they reached the door, they met gopis, and they asked questions that from which universe they are, and they said that they have never been out of this universe. But Lord Vishnu is, because they are accompanied by Lord Vishnu, so they knew that so Lord Vishnu said that we are from universe where Lord Krishna Garba actually broke the corner of the universe, the top of the universe, and Lord Ganga Mata actually lived. So she understood, and actually some pastime is more, yeah, yeah. So Vaman Dev, okay. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so Lord Vaman Dev, and I think even Lord Vaman Dev will not be known, but we know that they are incarnations. So Lord will be coming to this universe with some of the incarnations, uh, primarily 10, and then 24, and then many other millions of incarnations he will take. So Lord Vaman Dev is one of the incarnation. Those who know it, then it's good. Those who doesn't know it, then it's one of the incarnation to deliver earth. He came when there is unrest on the earth, so he comes and then deliver earth and protect devotees. So one of the special uh, incarnation that is unique to this universe, uh, Lord Vishnu told about uh, the gopi who was guarding the universe. I mean, the entrance of Golok Vrindavan, and then they were allowed to go in. But there was amazing drishya, amazing vision they have seen there. And what was that? That all the incarnations, Lord Ramachandra, um, and all other incarnation were actually coming and merging into Lord Krishna's body. So first thing we need to understand is that all the incarnation on this planet, in this universe, many other, each of the universe, they were present and they all merged into Lord Krishna's body. So he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead in himself. He is independent of all the other, everyone. And Krishna himself said, Matha Parantaram Nakinchit Asti Dhananjaya. So there's nothing higher truth than Lord Krishna himself. So we are talking about Krishna, this Krishna. And Krishna is Lord Jagannath himself. So Lord Jagannath Bhagwan ki jai. So many of us, when we take darshan of Lord Jagannath, we would first wonder that who these personalities are. But we'll explain that. But let's go through with the pastimes. And some of the pastimes are not chronological. So, but because Lord is ever present, so the pastimes are ever happening. So we can see that the pastimes are happening right now. Like we see, we are bound by the third dimension, three dimension, and the fourth dimension is time. So we are bound by the time. So we always see the things in a chronological order, that we wake up in the morning and we sleep at the night. But that's just one day. Do you realize that you again wake up next morning, but the waking up activity is still happening every day? So it might be in a particular point in time, we say that in afternoon when I had my lunch, I'll say that, oh, I woke up yesterday, right? And I'm going to sleep. That's for that day. But what did about I slept and I'm going to wake up? That's just opposite on the regular day's schedule. How in the afternoon, how can you say that you slept on that day? It's not possible. So you slept a day before. So it's kind of like very irrelevant way to say it, but it's very difficult to actually see the chronology. So forget the chronology, let's relish the pastimes. That's what is important over here. So what happens once Krishna then came into this universe? So he was so when Krishna comes to this universe, it's very important to understand that he takes form of baby because he wants to relish the pastimes which he's not able to relish in the Golok Vrindavan. So he comes as a baby in Vrindavan, and when he actually, that's Madhurya Bhav. So it's Vatsalya and Madhurya. Vatsalya is like he actually accepts the devotees as the parents, he accepts the devotees as their friends, and he accepts devotees as Madhurya, like paramour, I mean, love. All the beautiful, sweet pastimes will be happening. But then his responsibility as to deliver Paritranaya Sadhunam, to protect the devotees, and Vinashaya Chittashpritam. So whosoever is creating disturbance, he has to deliver them. So he goes to Mathura after a certain age. And in Mathura, he delivers rest of the demons. But what happened in Mathura when he went to deliver the demons were so many that they kept on coming to Mathura. And then and if you know the Mathura and the distance between Mathura and Vrindavan, you can take a rickshaw probably and go to from Mathura to Vrindavan. So it's not too far. And the disturbance increased that these demons were started camping around the Mathura, and Vrindavan was disturbed. And Krishna would never happen think or allow so that his devotees are disturbed. So what he did on single night, he actually created another place in Dwarika. Vishwakarma designed it, and everyone when sleeping in Mathura, slept in night in Mathura, but the next morning they woke up in Dwarika. And Krishna after that never went to Mathura. Oh, sorry, never went to Vrindavan. But one can, you can. It has been said that you can take a Punjabi out of Punjab, but can't take the spirit of Punjabi from out of Punjabi. So it's never going to happen. So Krishna always remembered what's how what Vrindavan is to him. So he always used to wake in the night and then remember. He will remember the name of gopis. He will remember Radharani. He will wake in the night and then say. So for those who are married, I mean, just imagine husband waking up at night and then saying that, taking name of some other lady. Imagine what going to happen next day. It's not easy. And neither it was easy for the queens of Krishna to understand that how come Krishna is taking name of some coward girls from Vrindavan. But they knew that Krishna is a supreme person, is a special person, so he must be missing it. But they were also very curious to know what's happening, what was his previous pastime. Nobody was there to tell them except Rohini Mataji. So they played a part. They decided that okay, there will be pastimes, like we are saying pastimes. There will be pastimes, and just suppose you want to restrict children's coming in the room. So what you will do, you will ask someone to guard the room and then say, don't allow children to come over here because they don't supposed to hear this. Like Subhadra Mahani was actually sister of Jagannath Bhagwan and Baldev, Krishna and Balram, where was given a duty to stand on a door. So what was happening? Subhadra Mahani was guarding the door and pastimes were going on. And because Krishna is Paramatma as well, so he will know what is happening around. So he knew something special is going on. What he did, he said, Tau Bhaiya, okay, chalo, we'll go and we'll listen to something. So he comes down to the place and he stands right next to Subhadra Mahani. And Subhadra Mahani was so much engrossed in listening to pastimes that she didn't notice. Just imagine, I mean, you stand behind someone who is already lost, and both of them are and all of you, after listening to some pastimes, are lost. So if something is really, really interesting, you will try to do, oh, and the eyes will widen. The arms will like, okay, tell me more. So that's the, yeah, more. Okay, let it come. Okay, fine. So like that, Krishna's eyes were actually getting dilated. So he's getting really, really static. And because there's no physical limit to what Krishna would do or how Krishna could take form. So his eyes were so much dilated that it became really big eyes. And because of that, he actually started to resemble like Jagannath Bhagwan. His eyes are getting bigger and bigger with amazement. His his arms are actually shrinking because he's static. So his arms are shrinking like this, and his legs are actually coming in, getting in his limbs. So these are the static symptoms, and to say that these are not actually just imagination, because this used to also happen when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there. He used to feel separation and his limbs were out of order, and sometimes he felt like he's inside his body. So it was very difficult to actually, for a non-devotee to see that, but uh, for a devotee to understand that, that's really, really great symptom of ecstatic experience that he's having. So what happened at that time? One personality is very famous to get into a right time at the right place at the right time. Do you know who is the person? Narad Muni. So he came there and he saw the form of Jagannath Bhagwan, Baldev and Subhadra Maharani, very static in the mood, and it's the same form that you can see on the altar. If you see on the altar on your right, you can see on the right hand side, Lord Jagannath Bhagwan is there. I mean, three deities are there. Lord Jagannath Bhagwan is on the right hand side. On the most is Lord Balram, and in the middle is Subhadra Maharani. And on the extreme right, there is a stick that is Sudarshan Chakra. So Sudarshan Chakra is always there to protect lordships. It's to be said, but protect the devotees as well. So there, Narad Muni said, "Okay, fine, you are here now. I have seen it." And now this is very strange movement for Lord Jagannath, that when you are into your in-dream movements, very static movement, you wouldn't like anybody else to know about it. You want to keep it internal to your heart because it's very dear to you. Um, Sometimes you feel that if we actually let other people know, then we would we would lose the importance, because that's a special kind of feeling we are enjoying at that moment. So the Ubhaya, Balramji and Krishna actually took Narad Muni on the side and said that, okay, you do one thing, you don't tell this to anyone. Because if Narad Muni knows that, then sometimes we say that he is Narad Muni. So the symptoms come from, if Narad Muni knows that, the entire universe will know the pastime, because Narad Muni Broadcasting Services Corporation. So once Narad Muni knows that, everyone in the universe will know. What? And Krishna and Balram knew that. So what he said that, okay, you don't tell it to anyone. Narmani said that, okay, would you agree to one thing? He said, okay, fine, I will agree to anything you say. And now that is a fix, because they agreed that whatever Narad Muni is going to say, they have to agree. So after that, what happened? That Narad Muni said, okay, fine, I won't tell it to anyone. But in Kali Yuga, whatever, you have to give darshan to everyone in this universe in this form. And look, Krishna is trying to save this static feeling from everyone, but he promised Narad Muni to actually give darshan to rest of the world. So we should actually thank Narad Muni as well, because although the pastime was told by Rohini Mataji to the queens, but it's Narad Muni's mercy that we are all having darshan of Lord Shri Shri Jagannath Bhagwan Baldev and Subhadra Mani Sudarshan ji. So Narad Muni ki jai. So that's wonderful. So that's one reason why Lord Jagannath appears. The another reason is, um, there are several in fact, but two mainly I remember. is that another reason is that Radharani was feeling a lot of separation from Krishna. So she was there in she was there in Vrindavan, and she was feeling so much separation from Krishna that she felt that it's going to be the last moments for her. So the message was sent to Krishna, and Krishna said, "Okay, I'll come." And what he did, he actually asked Balramji, I guess, to go. Uddhavji, yeah, yeah. So first he sent Uddhavji. Then actually at the time of fasting when happening, so Uddhavji went, then Balramji went, and then it was the last moment Radha Jani was there, just about to leave the body. And then it's not the body, but the fasting, she's about to leave the fasting. So Krishna came there, and looking the condition of Radharani, he was really astonished. And the feeling of separation, actually, his eyes actually got dilated. And he couldn't respond to the situation. So his hands actually shrunken. And the same how that happened in Dwarika. So that was another reason of the form of Jagannathji appearing like that. But the Lord appears, and the Lord doesn't appear like this. Lord appears, although he is always existent. I mean, he is present always. He's There's no time limit to it, but he will make it appearance like a hero. When he appears, then there is kind of like uh, the music is played, ting 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 ting, ting, and something like that. Some fighting scene will be there, and his face will be shown. Then he'll come. So he comes with a lot of drama in the picture. So it's not. And while having that drama, there are many devotees who will actually who would have actually did tapasya and asked Lord that they will serve Lord in some way, or they will be serving Lord in certain way, like uh, different ways. Maybe someone as a parent. Seems like she doesn't like this story. Yeah. All right. So here, because there are some heroes and there were some supporting heroes. So we are going to talk about these supporting heroes as well, because Krishna is never complete without his devotees. So, and sometimes it's difficult to remember names, so I'll just try to mention the pastime, which is, yeah. Look, Lord Jagannath is appearing now. Yeah, that's good. She's not disturbing to me, but I guess she's okay. Oh, very good. So with this pastimes, Lord Jagannath now decides to appear, and as the movie begins, basically, so there's some pastimes going on. Some of the prelude to the appearance of hero is going on. In the Satyuga, in time of Satyuga, there was a district called Malwa, and there was a state, there was a kingdom called Malwa, and and its capital was Avanti. There lived in that city. There is living a great great devotee whose name is Indridrim, Maharaj Indridrim. So Maharaj Indridrim is now the main reason why Lord Jagannath is appearing. So he's going to do some activities. How he's going to do this activities? So one fine day he remembers he wanted to have darshan of Lord Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead on this earth. And inspired by Krishna, he had that feeling. He went to his chief pujari. Like, we will have some problems in our life. We will talk to Sachinandan Prabhu that, can you please pass on the message and we'll get some response. If not message passed on, but we'll get some response and then we'll go through. So he approached his chief pujari and he said that, look, can you arrange something so that I can have darshan of Krishna in this earth, Lord Narayan, Neelamadhav. He wasn't sure that Neelamadhav is there. So pujari then at that time, so we have like we have only Sachinandan Prabhuji, one man army, but there were many people to army at that time. And one of the kind of army was Teerth Pujari. So they will go around the different places around the world in the different teeths and they will take darshan, they'll pray for Raja, Maharaja, and they will get information. What's the right place to go? So this person started saying that there is a place in Odisha which was also known as at that time Udra Desh. Currently, a place in India is called Odisha. It's on the eastern side of India. So he says that he's describing the place of Udra Desh, that in the Udra Desh, it is on the south of Udra Desh, there is a mountain there's a mountain, and this mountain is very special. This is a blue mountain. So wonders of the world, blue mountain is there. And on that mountain, there is a tree. How many of us have seen a tree? And how many of us have heard about the special tree where you can sit, and by just sitting on this tree, under that tree, you will get liberated. If you desire that you want to eat some very good pakwan food, it will be delivered to you. You want any opulence, it will be delivered to you. So that kind of tree was there. It's still there. This is called as Akshavat, and here it's also called as Kalpavriksha. So it stays forever. So that kind of tree is there. And on the western side of that tree, there is a lake, or sarovar, a lake or pond, whatever is relevant to you, uh, where it is known as Rohini Kund. And it's very beautiful. Once you take a bath in that lake and take a darshan uh, of Neelamadhav. Neelamadhav is actually on the eastern side of that lake. It said that if one takes bath on that lake and actually take darshan of Vasudev or Neelamadhav, he will get liberated. So liberation, I'll talk about liberation just after this. Is so that particular deity is made of Neelamani. So Neelamani is blue crystal. And just imagine how beautiful that deity would be. Very beautifully carved, very, very beautifully carved, and blue crystal. So by looking at the deities, we can just feel, by imagining that deity, we can just feel bliss. So what to tell about taking darshan of it? So he told about that, and that was really, really, really amazing. And Maharaj Indraduman is now getting ecstatic. He's seeing that, oh, I guess now things are happening, so the thing will happen. Uh, and he also told that on the western side of that that deity, there is a place uh, headed by Sabar. So Sabar is a community who basically um, involved in hunting, I guess. But this is a special Sabar, so they are not actually they are the name of the play and their name of the community there, who are especially responsible to worship that Neelamadhav. So they will go to the Neelamadhav's place. They will worship in a day. They will come down in night because the place is in mountain. They will actually will be living a bit low to the mountain. So they will Neelachal. The mountain is known as Neelachal, and they will come down. And they say that they will help you. But then he also said that by the grace of Lord, he stayed there for many months. So he stayed almost for a year, and then he was really, and he has message actually. So the message is that Indradumna should go there and actually start worshipping the deity. So it's all arranged. It's all arranged. So things are falling in place. So he said that okay, fine. So um, he's going to go. And Indrandamna said that okay, fine. So we'll go there. So he said there's his Raj Purohit, the main priest, that okay, arrange for something. So the priest said that okay, fine. What I'll do, I'll give you the best person who can do this. So the best person he actually proposed is Vidyapati, who's a brother of himself, the main pujari. And he said that okay, fine, we'll go. So what happens is now Vidyapati, on a very good day, understand that he has to go because it's going to be a big story. So I'll try to actually make a short. Sorry for that. So what happens that now the journey starts, and then he actually keeps on going. Vidyapati keeps on going towards the Nilachal Parvat, and there's a way to go. So there is a place called Mahanadi. So Mahanadi is actually ocean, I guess. I believe that is ocean, and it's also famous because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to dip every day. So it was it was always an eternally auspicious place. So he went there, he took a dip and actually slept in the night. So this is a jungle, right? It's not a small place. In the middle of night, if you sleep in a jungle and you start hearing some voices, what is your feeling? Run. it's not a, it's not a place. It's not a nice place or something. But this voice were something familiar. They heard a discussion, Hari Katha. So like we are having discussion about Lord Krishna. So he heard those katha. So instead of running away, he actually went toward the katha. And when he went there, when he saw uh, the leader of a group, and his name was Vishavashu. So now he's a Vishavashu is also the leader of Sabar community. He's a Vaishnav. So he knew many things by his own. There are different stories, but one version is that Vishavashu said that, okay, you are here now, and I understand that you have been traveling for long days, and you can see that it's not a nice place. So you must have been tired. So have come over here, and the ways are not actually very good. So take some rest. Tell me why you are here so that I can serve you better, and have some food, have some prasadam. So, but Vidyapati was so much actually curious to see have the darshan of Lord, because he'd been traveling just thinking that I'm going to have the darshan of the Lord. And he said that no, I don't want any prasadam. It's better you actually take me to Nilamadha. And he also told, I mean, one version of the story also tells that he um, Vidyapati was actually denied taking darshan because Vishwavasa thought that if he comes there and everyone comes there, then it will be very difficult for him to manage. And he didn't want it to lose to Neela Madhav. But this version of pastime actually says that he knew that Vishwavashu knew that Vidyapati, the priest of Indradum Maharaj, will come, and sometimes later Indradum Maharaj will come as well. And the tougher, I mean, very tough to believe, he also knew that when Indradum Maharaj come, the Neela Madhav deity will disappear. And that's very difficult thing to do. And if I would be in place, or anyone would be there, they will do everything in their capacity to protect Neela Madhav to get being lost, because you are serving the Lordship and you don't want to lose it. Just suppose we are all serving temple, and one day we knew that some person is going to come who is going to take our deities away. What we'll do, we'll never allow that person to enter the temple by any chance, because we don't want to lose our beloved deities. But somehow it was all arranged. He knew that it's going to happen. So what he did, he took Vidyapati to Neelam Madhav next day, and There, Nila Madhav took a dip in a sarovar. He had darshan, and then he went back. Obviously, there's more to story, but he went back. And the very good thing to understand is that how he's received by King Indradumna, because he went back idly. What is a courtesy that if somebody senior is coming, if some Maharaj is coming, if some king is there coming, so we will receive him. We'll go on a gate and receive him. But if somebody is not, I mean, just suppose if the king is there for him to receive someone, somebody would come and then it will be escorted by the guards to the king rather than king will go out. But here, what we see, because King Indradumna is pure devotee, regardless of he being king, he actually went there on the gates and he received Vidyapati. And not only received him, he actually worshipped him. It's been said that King Indradumna actually did puja of Vidyapati. So that's a very flip side of the story where because because Vidyapati took darshan of Neela Madhav, he became so much special that when he came, he was actually worshipped. But now, because he's worshipped now, he actually given he was given a mala, pushpa mala. Pushpa mala is what garland, so flower garland, and the garland is so special that because it was given by demigods to Lord Jagannath, Neela Madhav, that would never actually dry up, and it will always have the fragrance. So that was given to Indradumna Maharaj. And next, Indradumna Maharaj said that, okay, fine. So everything is set now. I know where it is. I have to go and take a darshan. And guess what? Here comes Narad Muni again. Because he's arranging. He's a messenger, so he's trying to arrange the thing. So Narad Muni is here now, and then Narad Muni is trying to. What Narad Muni said is that, okay, fine, we'll all go to Neela Madhav, and then they started journey. They went there, they took a dip, and now what again? Some life of a devotee is not easy. Life of a devotee will always have adventures in their life, and this adventure is one of the adventure which is not very pleasant. So when he went there, it was when he went there. So when he actually took a dip in Mahanadi, he reached there where Vidyapati went there. He he was given a news that Lord Neela Madhav has disappeared. Now Neela Madhav is no more there for you to give darshan, take darshan. And now this King Indradum Maharaj Indradumna was devastated because his hope was lost. Uh, but then Narad Muni said that don't worry, there are places to go. You take blessings, and then what you have to do, based on the blessings, you actually do 1,000 Ashwamedha Yajna. It's been said that if you do 100 Ashwamedha Yajna, you will become Lord Indra. But he was recommended to do 100 Ashwamedha Yajna. So basically, he did completed 100 Ashwamedha Yajna. So it's a horse sacrifice that's very special. Once he completed that, then the king actually had a vision where he went to Shwetadeep, where Lord Vishnu resides. And he saw that Lord Vishnu was served by Lakshmi Mata, uh, goddess of fortune, and his one of hair fell down. And when that hair came to the place as Daru Brahma, as a wood, and it was told to him that from this wood, Lord will appear. So after he completed the yajna, the woods came, and then everyone was very much static that wood is here, but there's another problem. The problem is that who is going to carve this wood into deities, and no one was there. So somewhere it's different versions. Somewhere it's said that uh, Lord Vishwakarma, I mean Vishwakarma came himself to carve the deities, and somewhere it's mentioned that Krishna came as a Vishwakarma himself to carve the deities. Two different versions, but you'll have different versions. That's something which is expected. So the day and Vishwakarma came as an old man, and he said that he's going to carve the deities, and he's going to take 21 days to carve the deities. And Maharaj was very static that, okay, fine. So he has got another 21 days to take darshan. Now, this is a bumpy ride, bumpy journey. So after 14 days, uh, the queen actually noticed that there is a sound that is coming. For the 14 days, there was carving sound that when a carpenter is working in your house, then you will see that some thug thug, some some of the noises going on. So the noise stopped, and then it was very alarming because the person who was carving was actually very, very old, and he can die as well because if he's not get proper fed, he's not properly fed, then he can die as well. So that was a concern. Gundicha, who is a queen, actually had that uh, feeling. So he told Maharaj Indradumna, and not really agreeing, but they decided to open the door. And when he opened the door, he was he was astonished. He didn't understood what is in there because the person who was carving the deities was not there. And just suppose if the room is closed, if a person is there who is doing some activity, and you open the door, he's not there. So that's something very, very um. I mean, what kind of feeling will you have? It's something very amazing or like magical feeling. It's not a pleasant feeling though. And the deities were not complete at that time. So you can see the deities like you expect to see Lord Jagannath as Sachinandan, or you want to see Lord Jagannath as Radha Madhav, and you don't see him like that. So he will, I mean, like that, Maharaj was actually devastated. Indranuma said that what's going to said, what going to happen? Because I took a offense, I did an offense. The deities are not complete. Now that's strange thing to happen. But now the things now he's actually because Lord Jagannath has already appeared now, and again Narad Muni comes. So Narad Muni says that okay, and he was static. Narad Muni was static, but nobody understood why he is static. Then he said, "Now this is the form I took darshan when Krishna was listening to Vrindavan Katha in Dwarika." And then he said that, okay, fine. So this deity is complete. And then Indra Maharaj had darshan of Krishna as well, saying that the deities are complete. You complete the installations. Now there is two. Now there are two versions as well. Now as well. So in one version, he actually installed the deities. Lord Brahma came install it. In another version, it is said that he went to Lord Brahma and to request him to come down and then install Lord Jagannath Bhagwan. But since it took a bit of time, so many generations, his generations, were passed away. So the original deities are lost as well, and there stands a new temple. And when he came with Brahmaji, he saw that new temple is there, so he was devastated again. But then nobody is going to believe him. The king was there. He said that, okay, fine, I'm the person who is going to actually do, who owns the temple. But then there was another story. This is a story where Kag Bhushandi was sitting on a tree near on the Kalpa Vriksha there, and he narrated the story that he's the original Indradum Maharaj who actually requested the deities, and deities should be here and installed. And then the deities were again reinstalled, and Brahmaji installed it. Installed. Yeah, So Brahmaji installed Shri Jagannath Bhagwan Baldev and Subhadra Mahani. And that's how we have darshan of Shri Jagannath Bhagwan Baldev and Subhadra Mahani. So that's how they appeared. But there are many pastimes with his pure devotees. Those are, we can't actually keep on describing, and even 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever. I was thinking that I wouldn't be able to speak at all, but look, I exceeded the time when I can't cover the rest of the pastimes which I was able to cover. I wanted to cover, but the only thing I would like to tell about one thing that is very special about Jagannath Puri is that once we go in a dham, nobody can enter dham. Nobody can enter Jagannath Puri dham until they are invited by Lord Jagannath. And they have mercy of Lord Jagannath. Because Jagannath Bhagwan is he's a sole director of that particular place. What to say about people living in that dham? Even the ants, even donkeys, asses, anything that is living in dham, when the when devtas actually look towards the dham, they see them as a four-handed Vishnu Swarup. So we can't see them as with our eyes, but that's how they are there. It's been said that even for doing a business, you enter Jagannath Puri Dham, you are liberated. So entering Jagannath Puri Dham is just a side effect. And out of three places in the entire universe, Jagannath Puri Dham is another place, one of the place where you get liberation just by having food. There are three, there are four things basically: Artha, um, Dharma, Artha, Kam, Moksha. So these are four purusharth. They are four purpose of living. So first, Dharma, you have to do your duties. Earth is that you have to earn money. I mean, who would say that I don't want to earn money? Everyone does. And then Kam, who don't want to fulfill their desire? Everyone want to fulfill their desire. What kind of desire they have? But nobody is actually aware of moksha, that liberation. So beyond that fourth liberation for Vaishnava, there is fifth liberation, and that is bhakti. So Jagannath Puri Dham actually can give you bhakti, and moksha is by the side effect of it. So it is so special. Uh, Dharmaraj, or you also known as Yamraj, has no say in Jagannath Puri. Whosoever goes there, it's a place where actually Jagannath Bhagwan will do decisions. Dharmaraj can't do anything over there. So these are the glories. Mahaprasad is not different to Lord Jagannath. So there are many glories, and I can't actually describe what I can say when Lord Anant Sesha, Anant means infinite, when he has infinite mouths and he's describing Lord for infinite time, he can't actually describe the glories of Lord Jagannath. I'm just trying to do very very minimum thing what I can do basically in half an hour. So please excuse me for my faults. If anything which didn't actually click or it's not right, please excuse me. And if anything that made relevance to you, please understand that it's your blessings, genius, Guru Maharaj's blessings, and our deity's blessing that made relevance to you. Otherwise, I'm just a medium. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Yeah.
Ujjain. Avanti is Ujjain, sorry, Ujjain. So then Vidyapati's got two wives. One is Shabra, the other one is like Brahman. So now when Jagannath was established, the children of Lalita, so there'll be Shabra, it's a Mishra, so a Dvijit Patni. So Vidyapati and Lalita's children, they come and cook. And the Brahmins' children of Vidyapati, the Brahmanis, they actually do all the worship and offering. So it's the same family because there were two wives there. And then Vishwavasu's children, because he had sons and all that, they managed the Rath Yatra. So actually they're all one family. So Vishwasu is Sabra, as you know, all his children manage the Rath Yatra. In that 2 weeks, the other pujaris and all that, they don't get involved, the Shabra. So I used to think, how come they are different communities? It's from the same family. And Indradumna said to the Lordship, I don't want any children because I don't want my children to think it's their father. The deity was there. He actually wished that he doesn't have any children. So there's no lineage of Indradumna. But Vishvasu's families, from Lalita and all that, they are the ones serving. Now, why I'm explaining this is that when we go to Jagannath Puri, we always wonder, how do they all link up? But they're all related. They all come from Vishvasu, then Lalita, and then Vidyapati. But Indradumna didn't want any offspring. So this is information for those who go there. It's same family, Vidyapatis, that when you see the Brahmins and you see that we call them Shabras and all that, they are friendly, but they are from the same family. I got that point, so I thought I'll share it with you. Thank you very much. Another round of applause, please, for that. So now, Satya, I'm going to appoint you to do Kiba Jaya. Are you ready for it? Okay, so find somebody who can respond. Anji? Who's gonna? Was he pencil in for singing it? Okay, if you pencil, you come in. He's come on. Give him a big round of applause. He's come all the way from Reading with his mother, Meena Devi. Also, I'd like you to welcome Avatar Prabhu. He went to Badrinath, the Char Dhams and all that. He's come back. He looked thin before, and now he's come back. He looks even thinner. Did you not eat any prasad there? Look, the prasad Mahima, we heard about it. Anyway, did you bring any prasad? You ate it. Teri, kuch hoya tha nahi. All right, but stand up. Okay, Anil, go. Well done. So, the doors are open.
Shri Gauranitai ki jai. Kiba jayo, jayo, Gora chande, Aroti ko shobha. Kiba jayo, jayo, Gora chande, Aroti ko shobha.
Chande Aroti Gosho
Jana pita tabane Jagamanalo
Jami Tatavane Jagamanalo
Taki ta ja pame kadata
Kiani Tai Chan Vame Ghadadhara
ne katve advaita shini vasa chatratara
Nikaite Ae Dvaita Shrini Vasa Chatradhara
vasi ache koraja rakna sembasa
Jai Gauracha रत्न सिमसाने
आदि कोरे न ब्रह्म आदि देवकान
आरती को रहना ब्रह्मा आदि देवगाने
आदि कोरी चमर तुला
हरि आदि कोरी चमरा दुला
संजया वासु कोशयातिकाया
संजया कुंदवासु गोषदिगा
पाजे कांता पाजे पाजे कलता
शंकर बाजे गंदा बाजे बाजे करता
मधुर टंका पाजे पाजे पर साला
माधुरा ढंका बाजे परम साला
बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
मधुर
मधुर मधुर मधुर बाजे
मधुर बाजे
मधुर 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 बाजे
निताई कोरा हरि बोल हरि
निताई
बोल हरि
गौर
बोल निताई कोरा हरि बोल
ओ निताई गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौरा हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
बहु कोटि चंद्र जीनी वदन उजवाला
कोटि चंद्र झिनी वदन उजवा
काला जैसे पान बाला कोरे चल माला
देसे वहनामा गोरे जलमाला
सेवा शुका नारायता प्रेमे कटकाता
शिवा सुकना प्रेमे गदगा
पति
विनोदा देखे
कोरा आता
गति विनोदा देखे गोरा रस
कोरा चांदे आरोटी को शो
शिव जयो जयो गौरा चंदे गोशो
जाता बेटा पाने क्या कर मन दो
तवाने जग मनलो
तेरा
शोभा जग जन
मान लोपा
गौरांगे आरती शोभा जग जन मनोलोभा
जग जन मन लोपा
जग जन मनोलोभा
जग जन मन लोपा
जग जन मनोलोभा
निताय गोरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गोरा हरि बोल
ओ निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
ओ हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
निताय गौर निताय गौर निताय गौर निताय गौर
ओ निताय गौर निताय गौर निताय गौर निताय गौर ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्ति वेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने Prabhupada Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachadine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschachadashatarine
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Chaitanya Nityananda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Radhe Jaya Madhusudan 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 Jaya Madhusudan Jaya Mani Ma Jaya Mani Ma Mani Ma Jaya Mani Ma Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram
Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me
Swami Nayana Nayana Patagami Bhava tumhe
Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me
Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhava tumhe
Jai Jagannath
Jai Maniva
Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Swami Jagannath
Jayo Jagannath Jayo Jagannath Jayo Swami Jagannath
Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Swami Jagannath
Swami Jagannath
Jayo Baladev Jaya Subhadra Jai Baladev Jaya Subhadra
Jayo Baladev Jayo Subhadra Jayo Baladev Jayo Subhadra
Jayo Baladev Jai Subhadra Jai Baladev Jayo Subhadra
Jayo Baladev Jayo Subhadra Jayo Baladeva Jayo Subhadra
Jayo Jagannath
Jai Maniva
Jayo Jagannath Jai Jagannath Swami Jagannath Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol
Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जय जय राधा श्याम सुंदर बोल जय जय राधा श्याम सुंदर बोल
रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जय जय राधा बांके बिहारी बोल जय जय राधा बांके बिहारी बोल
जय जय राधा गिरिधारी बोल जय जय राधा गिरिधारी बोल
जय जय राधा वल्लभ बोल जय जय राधा वल्लभ बोल
बोल जय जय राधा वल्लभ बोल
रघुनंदन राघव राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे
रघुनंदन राघव राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे
रघुनंदन
जय सिया
राघव
राम।
राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे
रघुनंदन राघव राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे
सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे
सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे
सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे
सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे
ओ श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
ओ श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
ओ श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
ओ श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
ओ श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
ओ श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
ओ श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
ओ श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
ओ श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
ओ श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
ओ श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Oh Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Oh Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Oh Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Oh Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Jaya
Jai.
Jaya Sachinandana, Jai Gaurahari. Vishnu Priya Pranadana, Nadiya Bihari.
Jai Sachinandana, Gaurahari. Vishnu Priya Pranadhana, Nadiya Bihari.
Jaya Sachinandana,
Gaura.
Jai Gaurahari. Vishnu Priya Pranadana, Nadiya Bihari.
Sachinandana,
Jai Gaurahari.
Vishnu Priya Pranadhana, Nadiya Bihari.
Jaya Sachinandana, Jai Gaurahari. Vishnu Priya Pranadana, Nadiya Bihari.
Jaya Sachinandana, Gaurahari. Vishnu Priya Pranadhana, Nadiya Bihari.
Jaya Sachinandana, Jai Gaurahari. Vishnu Priya Pranadana, Nadiya Bihari. Jaya Gaurahari.
Pranadhana, Nadiya Bihari.
Jayo Nitai Chan,
Nitai.
Jayo Nitai Chan, Jayo Nitai Chan,
Jayo Nitai Chan, Jayo Nitai Chan, Jayo Nitai Chan,
Jayo Nitai Chan, Jayo Nitai Chan,
Nitai,
Jayo Nitai Chan, Dekha Chakra.
Jayo Nitai Chan, Jayo Nitai Chan, Jayo Nitai Chan.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari.
Jagannath, 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 Jagannath.
Jagannath, 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 Jagannath.
Jagannath, Jagannath.
Jai Maniva.
Jagannath.
Jagannath, Jagannath, Nath, Jagannath.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Baladev Subhadra, Baladev Subhadra. Sudarshan, 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 Sudarshan.
Sudarshan, 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 Sudarshan.
Sudarshan, 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 Sudarshan.
Sudarshan, 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 Sudarshan.
Hari Harayo Namo Krishna Yadavai Namo.
Harayo Namah Krishna Yadavayo Namaha.
Hari Harayo Namo Krishna Yadavai Namo.
Harayo Namah Krishna Yadavayo Namaha.
Yadavayo Madhavayo Keshavayo Namo.
Keshavayo Namaha.
Gopal Govinda Rama Shri Madhusudan.
Gopal Govinda Rama Shri Madhusudan.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan.
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita. Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita.
Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata.
Shri Rupa Shri Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha.
Shri Rupa Shri Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha.
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunatha.
Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunatha.
Hari Harayo Namo Krishna Yadavayo Namo.
Hare Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavayo Madhavayo Keshavayo Namo.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare
Oh,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram.
Oh, Jaya Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Jai Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Jai Radhe Radhe
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 Jai Radhe Radhe
Radhe
Jai Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Jai Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Jai Radhe 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Prabhupada, 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 hey, Prabhupada, 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 Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Nitai Gora Hari Bol.
Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Kusal gai. Gauranitai, Gauranitai. Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य श्री श्री माता भय शरणार बिंदु भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय हो। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद महाराज की, साक्षात वैराग्य मूर्ति श्रील गुरु कृष्णदास महाराज की, सच्चिदानंद श्रील भक्ति ठाकुर महाराज की, वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबूजी महाराज की, श्री रूप श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ गोस्वामी की, नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की, श्री श्री सचिनंद निताय चांद की, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, नीलाचल क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, मायापुर नवद्वीप मथुरा मंडल धाम की, श्री श्री राधा गोकुलानंद माधव राधा माधव राधा रमन भगवान की, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की, गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की, मधुसूदन महाराज की, मणिमा महाराज की, बजरंग बली हनुमान जी महाराज की, गरुड़ जी महाराज की जय। जगन्नाथ रथ यात्रा महोत्सव की, जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन कवेंट्री की जय। परमाराध्य पावन शिला गुरु महाराज की जय। गौर ब्रह्मानंदी। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द सिंबल डिवोटीज, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द सिंबल डिवोटीज, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द सिंबल डिवोटीज, ऑल ग्लोरीज, ऑल ग्लोरीज, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू शिला प्रभुपाद एंड गुरु महाराज की जय हो।
Namaste. Mother Sita, with your family. Keep the family nice. Namaste. Vidya Prabhu, just everybody who needs prayers, we all do, and blessing of Nrsingadev. So please think of those who need help, Akadam Kana Maharaj, and there's one or two others we have in mind. So please, then we'll do Nrsingadev prayers so they get better.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladaladaine. Praladaladaine. Hiranyakashipu lakshaha. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Yato yato yamitato Narsimha. Yato yato yamitato Narsimha. Bahe Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha. Bahe Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha. Narsingamadim Sharanam Prapade. Tava kara kamala vare nakamadhuta shringam dalita hiranyakashipu tanu vrindam keshavadrita narahari rupa jagadisha hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Kuyavare. Nakamadhuta Shringa. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Vrinda. Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jagadish Hare Janasimandi Prashantai Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jagadish Hare Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol 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 Hari Bol
ओम विघ्न विनाश नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय प्रहलाद महाराज की प्रभुपाद की गुरुदेव की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की हरनाम संकीर्तन की जय हरे कृष्ण ऑल गुड्स हरे कृष्ण ऑल गुड्स ऑल गुड्स ऑल गुड्स
Hare Krishna. So just a few. Haribol, Haribol. Make this louder, please. Okay, Haribol. Thank you. Oh, that was fantastic. That was really good. Actually, we're getting this now slowly. We're getting there. I'm so happy. Absolutely. I was going to say the other fantastic was yesterday's Mahajanam, cleaning up this temple in preparation for Rath Yatra. And I think because Lord is not pleased with that, he reciprocated today. Yeah, I think it is reciprocated today. Those of you missed out, you got a chance on Thursday. There'll be more margin, but more preparation for the festival. Thursday evening and all day Friday, okay? Because the procession is penciled in for 5:30, but obviously we'll be here all day preparing the uncooked offerings, preparing the card. There are many things to prepare for the whole event. So please, your opportunity is there. Those who did, Haribo. Yeah, no, we always do. We always do. Yeah. I mean, whenever we've been previous Rath Yatras, that's what we've done. Yeah, and they got their iPads in the kitchen when they're cooking, and it sits. That's what happens, Prabhu. Yeah, it's fantastic mood. Really looking forward to that. Calendar-wise, on Tuesday is the disappearance of Shri Gadadhar Pandit and Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So for the devotees, please half-day fast if you can do it. And Thursday and Fridays is at this temple. Those are the two calendar announcements. Sudarshan, now, as you saw earlier on, we do need to train different people in the art of controlling the PA system at the back, the computers for our Zoom programs, and also the control of the cameras. Now, there is a suggestion we do it today after after prasadam. But if that's too much, we can maybe think about another